Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the road trip for our trip to the Etihad. It's Derby Day. It's Derby Day Miracle Day. It's Rashford Rise Day. It's Man United shock the whole of the Premier League plus our own fans day. That's what day it is. Well, I hope it's that day. It's the big one. It is the big one. Manchester City in fine form, as per usual. De Bruyne back doing what he does. Haaland, the goal machine, the freak of nature is back. Do you know what I'm saying? You got Foden, Rodri. Listen, there's no point going through all of their players. We know what we're up against and we know how difficult a task it will be. And obviously, throughout the week, I've been billing this a sacrificial Sunday. It's now Sunday. Do I still feel the same? I've still put it this way. I've still got the head and the heart prediction. In these games, you got the head and the heart. Do you know what I'm saying? The head tells you that, you know, how in footballing terms can you compete? Like, you can't see any other result. You can't see us coming out with a positive result or a win. But your heart tells you, listen, it's still Man United. Listen, forget the mind games. Like, forget what Pep Guardiola said. You know, him saying that, like, it's still Man United. Look, everyone thought they was going to lose 7-8-0 to Liverpool, you know, but look, they didn't. It was 0-0 and, you know, Liverpool didn't win. So Man United is still Man United. Pep's never going to come out in the presser and say, yeah, mate, I've seen them. They're awful, mate. They do this, that and the other. But listen, at the same time, although I'm saying, like, don't take it too seriously because he does that, he ain't going to come and disrespect us. Well, he could do, to be fair. But at the end of the day, we still have to believe that. The players have to believe that. And like I said in the preview, yeah, I want to see us compete. Like, I'm not having this whole roll over and get your bellies tickled like last year. What was it, 4-0 at half-time and all of that shit. Like, I don't care about injuries or I don't care about form, yeah? Like, you can still compete. I'm not saying if we lose, it's a disgrace and stuff like that. You can lose the game. Man City are amazing. Like, we can lose the game, innit? But it's still a derby and there's still a way of setting us up, right? That we at least have a chance. And you know what? Against Liverpool, the way the team played and the tactics that were put out that day and team selection, because I know Bruno wasn't there and there was some changes we had to make, right? But with what he had that day, we managed to at least be sturdy, not be wide open, not give Liverpool loads of chances. Yes, Liverpool probably had to not be at their best as well. And we had a game plan and we competed in the game. Now, City, yes, they're good. But like I said, I've seen plenty of teams go there and make City sweat, frustrate City for large periods, create chances against City. And yes, you've got to be super clinical because you're not going to get too many. Yes, you've got to take the chances that you get because you don't know when the next one's going to come. But those things I can get behind if we're playing the game in the right way. The only reason I will be super angry today won't be if we lose marginally, and people can say that's, oh, how the mighty have fallen, and oh, you're going to Man City and hoping that you don't lose by too much. Well, like I said, what I'm going to Man City hoping is the fact that we can have a game plan and actually compete, because I've seen teams like Everton do it, I've seen Brentford do it, I've seen Chelsea do it. Who else? Even for large periods before they beat them. I think Burnley. Oh no, that was Burnley at Liverpool. But basically what I'm saying is I see other smaller teams go away to Man City or Liverpool where they've got these phenomenal records of not losing matches, which is true, and they find a way to compete for large periods of the game. They might still lose, yes, but if you lose to a bit of brilliance from Erling Haaland, then so be it. Or if there's an unlucky mistake that happens, then so be it. But that whole Man United rocking up and getting absolutely shat on and destroyed, I don't want to see that embarrassing performance. I want to see players working hard. I want to see players fighting, and I want to see players who give a damn. That's my base level, and then we can go from there. If it's just, like I said, we've got Amrabat left back, and it's like, what could he really do there? Or you look at it and you go, well, I don't think we could have played much better with the team that we had. Then, you know, cool. It is what it is. But I want to see that base level. In terms of the team that we got, look, it is what it is, isn't it? Eric said there's not any new players back. There's not no Mason Mount that's come into the team, and even if he did, he wouldn't play in this game. Same with Malacia, same with Wan-Bissaka, same with Luke Shaw, obviously, same with Rasmus Højlund. It's the same. It's the same. You know, Bruno obviously came through the game against Forest when he was going to be a doubt, and Erik ten Hag spoke about how strong he is and how resilient he is, etc., etc. You know, Marcus Rashford has dropped the big, massive interview in the lead up to this. And like these are the players that need to step up. Obviously, they all need to step up, but in particular, you're looking at talisman. Like Bruno is the captain, big game. Like, we need him to step up. Marcus Rashford's done a lot of talking this week and put his side of the story out there. Cool, that's fine. Rise in the derby, bro. Like, I'm not saying if you don't score, you would have played shit, but you got to have a good game. Like, this, like you said, you know, the media games and stuff like that. They will be looking. They will be the same way after the Belfast thing. That first game against Wolves, I admitted it because that was self-inflicted that time. I was like, yes, I had a Rashford agenda for that game. I'm looking at him and him solely to say, what are you going to be saying at that time? And he proved me wrong during that game and had a great game. Since then, he hasn't really been great again. So, you know, Rashford rise is what he has to do. You know, the young kid Garnacho, he's got to put it in. He's got to make good decisions. Obviously, these are difficult games. He's young. But I hope that he plays the game in the right way. And on the counter-attack, he's going to be so key in trying to hurt Man City. I think it'll be Anthony on the left as well. Sorry, Anthony on the right. I think he'll go with that. Yeah, I can't see how he doesn't. I'm going to go with that first. I mean, Anthony on the right, he's got to be on it. He's got to keep the ball well. If Erik ten Hag has had him out the team, well, he has had him out the team for so long. He's got to start against Forest. Was probably unlucky to come off, actually. But, you know, hopefully he gets a start today for his own sake and goes again. The only way we could see a difference, and Erik ten Hag has done this, which I'm not sure, I don't like this, is if Anthony doesn't start and he does actually put Bruno to the right-hand side, then what would he do? Maybe pack out the midfield and go with McTominay, Mainu, Casemiro? Maybe? Could he do that? That's not beyond the realms of possibility for Erik ten Hag to do that. Mainu, Casemiro, and McTominay, for, in his eyes, it'll be, you know, physicality, mobility, try and be compact and take Bruno out the middle, not giving away loose balls, and put him out to the right. But me personally, I think we need width. We need to have players quick enough for the counter. Marcus Rashford, in this type of game, you know, again, we know what we can't do. We can't play into his feet. We can't, you know, play him the ball with back to goal. It has to be straight counter-attack settings. And if they're going to play, Akanji and Ake, or Diaz and Ake, or Akanji and... No, probably, yeah, what is it? Diaz and Ake centre-halves, I think, isn't it? Or is Stones back? I don't know. Whoever the centre-backs are, they need to know that on the counter and in transition, Rashford can be, you know, clean through. And look, when I talk about game plans, when I saw Chelsea draw, 3-3 there, or 4-4? What was it, 1-1? I can't remember. It was 1-1. It was 1-1 we're talking about. When we saw Chelsea draw there, Nicholas Jackson, yeah, on the counter-attack, was through loads of times, cutting through them. And they just sat in tight. They rode, listen, City are going to have a lot of possession, but what Chelsea did really good that day is in midfield, in transition, whether it's Enzo Fernandez and Conor Gallagher, they were popping it round the corners, and then people like Raheem Sterling and bloody Raheem Jackson, Nicholas Jackson, they were gone. Malagusto was bombing forward. Dallow's got to do something similar. He's capable. So I don't want to hear that we can't compete. So yes, that's why I don't really want Bruno on the right, because at least Anthony's quick. But you never know. Also, the thing with Scott McTominay up front, is that a thing? I don't think Eric would do it. I really don't. But let's see. Just listen. Don't get destroyed. Put some effort in. And can you just make us proud? Can you do that? Can you put a performance in that we can say, you know what? At least that was the best we can do. And hope and pray. Settings FC. I'm out of here. Tune into the match view. Oh, I don't know. I just want to get to the game. And if we win, oh my God, if we draw, I'm not going to be as shameless as we was against Liverpool, because we went viral for that for all the wrong reasons, and apparently we weren't supposed to celebrate that. But if we could not lose, that'd be great. The top four's gone, in my opinion. I still stand by that. You know, Villa did what they did. I predicted they would do. They won the game and we're now 11 points off top four. Spurs won in the last minute, or towards the end of the game, which is what they always do. I don't think we're going to catch them teams, but you never know, eh? You never know. Game by game. I'm out of it. Peace.